correlation screen, directing modifications. Amazing how you come into galaxies, direct signals, light signals, green lines of screen adaptation to its surface, structure line division, location to its settings and travels. It's very powerful in position locations. Electrolytes and the ground lines and table lines of sequence and line communication. Arrow indicates lines of patterns. So the more we understand how we see things through volume. Instead of seeing everything through a piece of pie, you see the whole pie, all in spectrum, all lines of time sequence. Get into higher lines of volume, puts all communication at grounds. The center core system puts everything it travels into direct signal location. Communication through system. See? I moved it, right? See, it moves by itself, see? You control everything that comes in sequence. All right? It's like this are light bulbs. Light signals, line indications, 3 lines of triangulation, disappear and reappear. So nothing is out of sequence. It's at a higher frequency. Change the position of the lines of the lights. So the more you understand the lines of mind of travel, then you understand lights of communications. Indicates its settings, right? See? So it comes in, comes out. It looks like the background. It's not a background. It looks like a background, but it's not. It's real. It's existing in its own government, of its own space, of its own time. See? See? Isn't that wild? So you're in control, or it's showing you its control. You're in control, or it's showing its own control of what it can do in its own galaxies. Okay? Look. See? It's no difference than when you're looking outside line screen. You're not looking outside, you're looking inside correlations of outside attractions. So inside and outside is 1. Everything you look at is 1. Direct and redirect is 1. You see everything of volume is 1. Okay? So you're never looking at just one piece of a pie in set position. You're looking at the whole pie through volume. Okay? Now it's going to get a little bit crazy now because this is in and this is moving. Right? I-line screen adaptations. I feel the flux line. Green central lines, 1 cycle, 3 provision. Over cross locations. Star mechanism line screens, adaptation to its flux, or 3 settings of travel. Okay? See the face recognition? See the dragons? Okay? Over cross screen, 2 lines of flux, right? Center attractions and direct signals. Okay? Open sequence lines of panel. Okay? Modify center lines and travel endpoint lines of graph, and 4 setting travel communications, right? Indicates lines of position, right? Indicates system locations. So this is communicating with this. 3 central lines, 3 ground centers, inline direct signals into 1 modification of travel. Okay? Reset position lines of centers, open through sequence. Now we get panel change, direct lines of communication. Ground center lines of 1 over attractions, over directions, over communication. All right? 3 central lines of direct signals. Center core system at volume, 3 lines of core centers, and 3 triangulation and split lines of anomaly. Flux over line, directing lines, modification structure to line division. Track core centers, blocking sequence lines of security line to panels, and track lines of calculations. Crossing lines of core centers, Stargate star measures, getting projections over screen over communications over pi. Directing line signals, modification lines of 1, triangulations of flux, ground center lines of 2, 2 lines of 6 over line, direct signals. Setting core center line connecting system. So each ground centers, let's go into the red line, security. Setting lines attractions in a 3-line setting and travel. Okay. So, core center line condition setting to high calculations of what? Everything is in set core center alphabetical system lines of M. Modification grounds, center lines of travel, and B flat. Course centers, lines of music, score line directs signals into cross locations of indication, cross screens, adaptation of the flux over line, directing in modification, ground centers. Crossing laser line direct signals. You guys have to understand how to use your highways in flux. Triangulate line communication, it's program correlation setting in travel endpoint communications. Right? Now, what are we indicating position of travel? Just got orange. See? Just orange. Right? No yellow. See, it changed, right? So it's modification system. It's bringing the travel line point lines of graph and measure and scale communication to a system that changes all calculate and modify the settings lines of the point line track location to its system all through travel, all through communication, right? Let's add some blue lines, plasma line screens over cross locations, mapping sequence lines in lines of sonar and travel. Okay, and again, we change position lines of travel and communication. All right, so you guys are constantly traveling. You just have to understand and see yourself through volume rather than just seeing yourself through one corner to the next corner to the next corner to the next corner. Start to go beyond more. Everything comes out. So it's like you've seen the TV monitor, and that TV monitor, you see it coming out more. You can actually see the face come out in set position. Like in line cycles, let's get into blue line surface and travel. Okay, face recognition. Oh, it's invisible. It's yellow now. Ooh, yellow over green. Yellow over green. Yellow over green. Now it's back to orange. You see that? See how it went invisible? Went into yellow? Blending into the line screen adaptation of the dragons and set lines of communication setting. Okay? Show you how powerful it is, how they're all connected to each other, all in sequence through volume. All through mass, all through its equation. All right, so directing line signals, you have to go this way in travel. Take it out through equation, right? So it's actually coming this way. So again, on the angle, look at this angle here, right? Set position location. Really fascinating, right? Because I'm there, right here, right now, right? See that? See that come in? See? Disappears and reappears, right? All right, now use the line shadow. If you look really close, you can see the dragon. There's the dragon. Let me change the shift line angle. Sending lines of communication system of travel. There it is. You see it? Traveling line position location to system through volume. Think of everything as magnet. So your magnet to set position locations. One indicate here over cross location. See? Disappears. All right. Understanding this is the angle. It's point lines of graph. All right. The mind comes into conception of location to a system. So as my body shifts, okay, it's shifting the angle, right? So it looks like it's far away, but it's not. It's actually here in front of me in a window frame. And the more you understand that, the more the face recognition will come out to you, right? Into volume through equation. Okay, and then you actually see it bigger, see? Comes out more, right? So nothing is ever far. It's just the angle and the point lines of attractions. Directing signals, symbolism lines of one cycle. Let's line communicate to a system all through calculation. Platitude line, circulation, rotations, and ground centers into tubing. Okay, now. Flux over screen, earth lines of one. Plasma line, screen line, direct lines of plasma over lines inhibits over screen. Platitude line screen over cross location cross line symbolism. Directing signals into lines of tubing and two track location lines of setting and measure. Scale core line setting high interference. Looks like the towers of Pisa. Setting lines of signals, cross line communications of platforms over cross location screens. Platitude, and platitude and three lines of angles and point lines of graph communication. Right? Oh, we got the green. See the green there? It's traveling through the grounds, recognize the measure, it's going up, crossing through, overline signal, platform here, flux over line, indirect modification, out through its equation. Right? I just showed you from a green line, see? It knows what it's doing, it sees its travel, it sees its structure, it sees its division, it sees its intelligence, it sees its recognition. Okay? all through flux. All right? Crossing line, see? It goes this way, this way, all at once, right? And it flashes, see? All right. It's very important to understand volume because its center core system puts you in lines of travel. Start with that calculation. You're here in center, all right? That's you, right? Now, you stay in position of center. You don't move. It's the mind that moves everything, see? So, you're here, you're positioning through pi, putting the sun here in traction, right? And then you're over here, putting the sun here in tractions, all through pi, and direct and redirect. Over here, right? Now, it doesn't matter where you go. The sun comes in closer, or you're just moving the body. So when I'm moving the body, if I'm here in set position, as soon as I tilt, it's over here, right? But the more I understand the conscious awareness that's coming to me, it comes to me through attraction more. So this is what you're looking at. Wherever you go, closer. And your hands move, trying to stand the direct signals. Okay? So when you come in here, it's off balance. It's trying to find a balance with you. Trying to find the flux with you, right? See that? Look how powerful that is. Right? You don't know what's going on, right? You don't know how far it is, you know how many fingers I'm showing in set position. But it's all travel. Synchronization into one. That's all this is bringing yourself into yourself, your true authentic self, through measure, scale, balance, E equals MC squared, or anything of triangulation. Understand all communications and setting. Bringing things in and bringing things out through its equation. Recognizing this, it's actually here. You feel the energy. You feel the force. You feel the travel. Right? And the color, yellow. It's yellow because it's indicated to yellow. Okay? So, remember, it's in position locations how you see the sun and the moon. Right? This is the sun. This is the moon. Okay? Now, once they recognize each other through your setting, through your perspective, through your consciousness, this is the sun, this is the moon. Coming closer. This is the sun, this is the moon. Coming closer. This is the sun, this is the moon. Coming closer. Right? This is the sun, this is the moon. Coming closer. Coming together. Okay? And that's all this is. As you're bringing things through attractions to you. Through a TV receptor. Everything is a TV. TV, but doesn't have any space. It has longitude and latitude, but it doesn't have any time. Okay, it doesn't have any foundation until it's perceived through consciousness. So nothing exists. I'm looking at this table and I'm seeing all green line signature line screens. Now it's gone, right? Now it's there. Now it's gone. Now it's there. I bring it in, I'm in control, or it's control of its own system. Recognizing everything around you is lines of massive volume. Stop looking at things through corners. Stop looking at this and this. Stop looking everything in front of you and start seeing it through beyond. So when you look at my hand, right, look here. You want to go beyond, look here. And it just keeps going. Right? So it's an optical illusion, right? This is your body. This is the sun. Hey, it's the sun, right? There's the sun. And the moon is right there. That's 3 projection. But if you look at it, okay, from a downshift view, it's like this. Okay? See? That's all it is. Okay? That's all it is. Doesn't matter where you go, you're in position. Okay? But the more you come closer, the more you come together, synchronization to setting. To one, yin and yang. And then you just work with together. There's the sun and the moon. You have full control of what you're doing. Right? You're seeing the sun this way, this way, right? It goes with you. You're over here, it's over here. You're over here, it's over here. But you go together in a link. You're a link and chain. You're one with each other. In synchronization. Setting platitude lines and direct signals of formula through its equation line screen puts all communication settings to travel. Oh, we got the green, see? It's traveling through it. Okay, now we get yellow because it's indicated through yellow, right? Oh, orange. Okay, so we get orange, yellow, orange, right? So if you understand how this all comes together through the sun and the moon, then you understand the communication comes into this, through yin and yang. Comes into this, and comes into this, and traction. Hoo-ah. Okay? And then basically you do this. You see it on a different angle. Woo! Let's bring it in. Okay? And you see it on a different angle. So when you're looking at things, you're looking at all 4 angles all at once. You're looking at 4 angles, 6 angles, 12 angles, 24,000 angles, 24 million angles, 24 billion angles, 24 trillion angles. All at once through volume. It's just not just an area of view looking down anymore, guys, or looking above. You're looking at mass, you're looking at volume. Okay, so you're not just looking at one piece of pie, you're looking beyond the pie. So once you understand that, then you understand the spectrum of the sun. It goes with you. If it's not going with you, it's separated. That's you. But it has no connections with your body, no connections with your mind, no connection with your flux, right? So it's just you, separated. Thinking you're separated from the mind, but you're not. And when you let that go, it's all delusional pattern. In that positional location to its system, it comes in back contractions. Now you're back in balance with your system through the sun and through the moon, right? It comes together. So the sun and the moon always comes together. They're never separated, but they're always together in setting through yin and yang. Setting lines of course centers of 6, set course center lines of 9, and a flowing recognition of same sequence is set position lines of travel in the same direction of the same flow of recognition, of pattern recognition. Okay? So it's very powerful when you come into this cycle, and then you bring it in through traffic inventory. Okay? And then you bring it in more. Ooh, what do we got here? Interesting. See? Different viewpoint, right? Oh my gosh, that looks like R2-D2. Oh, is that R2-D2? Yep. Okay? Pretty amazing when you really understand all lines of image and lines of screen adaptations to your intent, know exactly how to formulate screen lines to its communicate to its system and make it real as possible in transitions. There's R2-D2, guys. All right, setting lines of course centers and line direct signals and modification grounds and set position to calculation and operation service. Oh, what's going on? It's the image. You set the tone, you set the image, you set the intention. Right? So remember, you're never separating. You got to get out of the optical illusion how you see things. You never see things in a front view. You see things in a volume. You see things in mass. You see longitude and latitude. All right? You don't see it in scale. Okay? You see it in dimension. Layers of dimension. Like this. Right? 12 lines of dimension. 12 lines of settings. Constellation like this. And you do this. All right? Now you're watching it on screen. Now you're watching on TV. Now you're watching on lacing lines. Now you're watching a film strip go by. Right? You're flicking the pages. 2,000 pages, right? All movement, right? So it doesn't matter. It looks like this is above, but it's not. If you change the angle, that's how close you are to the sun in your body and to the moon tractions. And when you come closer, and you come closer, you come together through synchronization of computer operation. You find time with yourself. You start to get to know yourself in all levels of set position. You formulate and simulate yourself to yourself, your true authentic self, with no separation, no delusion, or anything in setting. You become the center of you of operation, which is massive nothing. Nothing is everything through setting locations. Okay? It's amazing when you come into set positions. R2D2. It's pretty incredible too, right? Because where's it coming from? Where is it? Where is that coming from? Where is it coming from? What does it look like? Set position. Is it forward? Is it backwards? Is it up? Is it down? No, it's everywhere. So when you're looking at things, you're looking at everything. You're not just seeing the volume, the mass. You're seeing everything, all levels and set position of expansion, of explorations, of unifications of volume, vast velocity, and vacuum and set position, contractions. Okay? Directing lines and set calculations. All right? The more you come into your imagination, the more it becomes more fun. You have a lot more fun just looking at things and stop trying to figure things out through travel. All right? Okay? And it's orange. Right? Orange and yellow. So it has, of course, center line direct signals, modification in one system, 1 point lines of graph communication lines. You can change the image in all ways and forms, but you're changing it through volume and traction. So remember, always see it on a 4-line angle. Start with a 4, right? So that's where you have to understand all levels of division, all levels of dimension, okay? Multi layers. Start with that. So your actual Earth is just a lens looking through, okay? Looking through the set position. That's all it is. Indirect signals and calculation. Okay, it's just a lens. That's all your Earth is. The eye is the mind. Okay, the Earth itself. And then you have positions I here. It's that position. How you see it through perception of the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon are always together in traction. So it doesn't matter if it's over here. Doesn't matter if it's over here. The sun and moon work together, right? So it doesn't matter if you change the shape in any way and form in travel communication to a planet. It's always in position location to its setting. It's always in position location to its setting, right? All through travel. So it's important understanding mass, understanding longitude and latitude coordinates. Okay, from here, you're here, and you're walking to over here. Okay, so you, okay, should know exactly this, and this all at once. Rather than seeing something flat. Nothing is ever flat. Nothing is a straight line. So once you understand that, then you understand this. Inventory, traffic, and its flow. That's what it is. That's what your body's doing. Okay? And when you change your behavioral system, it's in reaction. It's in its glitch. Right? To get it back online, now it's back in line. Okay? So always see it in all different angles, all at once. Okay? When you're looking at things, all through a window frame. Okay? So never ever see anything in a box frame. Never see anything in a structured frame. All see it through volume, through pi. Okay? You never see anything through structure. Because it's all levels of mass of its equation, right? You never see anything through a box. It's not a box. Okay? It's not a box. Okay? It looks like a box, but it isn't a box. It's just travel. It's traveling too quick, too fast. So how can that be a box, right? High volumes of systems, high lines of travel. Okay? All right. You bringing in more? Okay. So it's really interesting when you come in that position locations. Ooh-ah. It's pretty wild stuff, isn't it? Just trying to guys get you to understand how I do all this schematics all through primer. You have two central line settings. Yes, you need line communication system. You have to understand dividers. Everything has a balance. Everything has a scale, right? To put up a structure of anything through a painting, it's got to be a level. You level it out. Water inside the level itself, right? Everything is scale, but the thing is, your mind is what's off balance. Now, if you understand that, then you understand everything around you is imperfection. It's you that's off balance with your earth, your air, your water, and your fire, and your heart. Not the other way around, okay? Repositioning your system, taking you out, how you see things through attraction comes to you in a higher lines of volume. So you synchronize yourself into your phone. You synchronize yourself into your computer. You synchronize yourself into your car. You synchronize yourself into a table. You synchronize yourself into a bus. You synchronize yourself into a chair. That's what you're doing. And once you do that, you come high volumes of everything. And everything becomes high volumes of you, of one. One. Yin and yang. Together. A unification of one. Okay? Rather seeing this. Right? That's all it is. Different angle. Different angle. Right? So this is where I am on my consciousness. Right here. Right? I can't even see the sun. Until you see it. Until you see it. Until you see it. In alignment together. There's no separation. It's you that's off balance. Everything else is in perfection. Because it's already been through its equations. It's already been through its formula. Okay? It's already been through its alignment. It's already been through its govern. It's already been through its map. It's already been through its sequence. It's already been through its alterations. It's already been through its space and time and its foundation. It's you have to come into your muscle memories of everything in that position to your consciousness, coming together as one. And once you synchronize your systems and you get the lines of communication system, everything comes into high volume, into vast velocity and vacuum. You get a true understanding how to represent yourself of this in affirmations of everything through its inner core, its inner child. It's just to have fun. You work with the flow. There's no direct or redirect. There's no yes or no. Okay? It's just you and how you perceive it through consciousness. And once you understand how to direct and redirect your system through your mind, everything comes in balance. And once you understand the balance, there's nothing to balance until you understand balance. It's about you understanding everything that's already been understood. Everything has a question, right? But it's not a question, it's infinity 8. So you tell me, how's that a question if it's infinity 8? You tell me if that's a circulation or rotation of 3 cycles and line screen adaptations of flux lines, course interference of travel, and point lines of graph. You tell me how that is in lines of communication of question. Right? You have to get at a question of everything. You have to get at a time of everything. Because there is no time until you understand there is time. So it's sure you understand how to use the communication of part accelerators, anything through nuclear course centers of travels, or how to direct your system location, your systems, right? So if I go over here and I go over here, that's 1. Very fast. So you tell me, how is that direct and redirect? Unless I change the mind through influence and intent. Once you change the intent, you change the alteration of the mind itself. So you have to be very careful of what you're doing in lines that communicates to its setting. So also be careful of what you're saying through solar text, because it changes your emotional lines into your empathy. Your empathy, your empath, is really to understand how to volume that in all lines of communications of balance. is getting control with your body through emotion, because it affects everything you do when you're walking the system on your earth. Okay? Your earth is already there. Your earth has always been there. It's never left. You're just reaching higher levels of frequencies, how you see everything. Right? Now, cloak and dagger is just basically understanding the invisibilities of you through the invincible system location, your system, into the immortalities of you. How do you see yourself through immortal? Is how everybody else sees themselves through immortal. You can't go up to somebody and say, yeah, this is what immortal means. Yeah, you're getting that from this. You're not getting it from yourself. So all information is from you inside in set position. Okay? So, understanding that, you don't see yourself in back of the line. That's you. So you always want to be here in front of line. Everything that you do. High volumes, your systems, all lines of travels, endpoint lines of graph, and communicates to a setting calculation. Right? So it symbolizes you, and everything around your system basically disappears. It's not there. It doesn't exist, just you. Right? That's all it is, guys. It's pretty simple to understand these things. So I've showed you in so many different ways how you start seeing things in set position. Okay? Stop seeing things in straight view. Stop seeing things in corners. Okay, like this. Okay? Start to see it on this angle. Start to see it on this angle. Start to see it on this angle. Start to see it on this, all different angles all at once, guys. All right? Now, it all depends on what you want to do in thin. So you got line position of 1, 2. You got position of 3 over 4 and 5 over 6 over 7 dimensions. That's 7 dimensions and a spherical sphere. Let's rotate it. Rotate it in the same sequence, same panel, same operation, but it comes into expansion. See? It's coming into volume. It's coming into mass. Right? So it's now this. Okay? It's now this in layers. Okay? So this is that. But this is the lens looking out of its frame. There it is, the TV frame. Illumination, cloak and dagger. Okay? Let's bring in sequence. Trying to set course centers. Data files. Okay? That's all it is. You're looking through a TV reception. Set lines of communication this way, another TV frame. Setting line communication lines, highest interference, another TV frame. Okay? Setting line communication lines, another line communication, another TV frame. Whoa! Very confusing. And that's all it is through a TV receptor. Lacing lines, 3 travels. Lacing lines, 1 travel. Lacing lines, 4 travels in set position. Different lines of TVs, programs, course center line condition setting, more records of time sequence. Okay? Change it. Look what you got. Okay? Change it again. Look at this. Face recognition. Face recognition. You understand? So, it's all about understanding how you want to put yourself together, put the pieces and puzzles, and understand how to use it, the configuration of face recognition, pattern recognition. How you can become all volumes of you of your system through computer operation. Okay? And then you bring it in. See? There's your simulation. See? It's your simulation. Okay? And you can bring it in more. Oh. Whoa, what's going on here? Wow. This is cool. Let's change it on an angle. Let's bring it in. Whoa. Okay? Simulation is always in setting, right? See? creates its own set position of its own light. See? It's communicating with you. See? See? Isn't that wild? See, the closer you go, the more you connect. Right? So the more you synchronize yourself into yourself through one, and it's much easier to understand that through volume. Understand mass, velocity, and vacuum. You're not attractions to everything, and everything is attractions to you in set position. Okay? So this is going to help you understand how to travel through it. Okay? Do it in this angle. Bring it in this way. Everything has its own platform. Everything has its own shape. We don't see that, do we? We don't see the shape already done. So that's one thing you got to basically put yourself in and track location of the system all through travel. Right? Mechanisms, screens, centers. Your simulation is always in position on set position through calculations. But it's really to understand how you want to modify that through simulation modulations. How you want to see yourself through your simulations. How you want to see yourself through travel. How you want to see yourself through your data. How you want to see yourself through your map. Okay? Remember, you can add frames to that system locations. Add structure line divisions. Right? It's white. It's actually purple. See? It stays in cloak and dagger, its own system, until you bring it in. Oh, it's not there anymore, is it? Where did it go? But it's there. Disappeared. Look at that. Because it's at its frequency. And that's what you guys have to identify. And it's very important how you use your emotional system until you understand that. Everything is going to start disappearing in front of you until you understand what you're looking at and set calculations. See? It's a very high frequency. You brought it in through intelligence, but you weren't consciously aware, right? Because it's always been there. So if everything has already been there, then you understand the frequencies of you, and then you understand the higher levels of you, and then you understand the synchronizations of you of one. Because like I said, there is no separation of anything that you guys have done in set position. But you have to understand how to use it through operations. This gets you prepared. Okay, and once you get prepared, then you understand how to use your body. Because that's all your body is. It's nothing but of attraction that you already have in division. Okay? And the body has to recognize that, or it won't understand its intelligence. Okay? Now you're seeing it, right? Okay, you see it coming in. Right? You see it illuminating. It could be anything. I could turn this to anything. It's the moon. This is the moon now. See? You're saying, how's that the moon? Well, because I say it is. Because I'm in control of what I do. Right? So it's amazing how you change the color. Oh, it's bringing it in. It's showing you, right? At a lower frequency. Okay? Look at that. You can see it. Couldn't see it before, but now you can see it. Okay? So just showing you how powerful it is of what you can do when you start recognizing these things in travel, in set position. All through face recognition, pattern recognition settings. All through attractions. Okay? Remember, always get in lines. Get an arrow indicating, right? So don't look at one direction. Look at all direction all at once. So when you're looking at things, okay, let's just go into a box frame. Okay, everybody knows perspective, right? See this? All right. See this? You see this? Okay. See that, right? Perspective, right? And how you look at things. It's how you guys perceive things through consciousness and how you look at it. So center core system grounds. Remember, the earth has a lens of its own system. Looks through the travel identification, right? And set lines into pyramid. Okay? Into astral projection. Okay? Higher level. Okay. Into magnetic highway and line screen adaptations of force recognition. Okay. Bringing in the tether, bringing in the lights, bringing in the communication settings of travel. Whoa, look at that. Remember, start with the 4, work with the 6, 8, and 12. See it in all different angles. Okay? That's how you have to start seeing things, guys. You start with the 4, because that you work with the NEWS, your news, your current events. But see, it's yellow now, see? It's yellow at the top, orange. Okay? But it's moving by itself. It's blinking by itself. It's showing you its intelligence or what it can do. Okay, through its settings. High volumes, everything, guys, in travel. Okay? And then you can add frames, track centers, center communications, open through frequency, and set position. Right? So, okay. We can move it here. It's moved by itself. Or I can move it in the center. Still see it, right? It's blinking though, right? Or you can bring it in, attract locations into your simulation. Oh, we got laser attractions. Look at that. See, different colors, traffic's going into flow. Right? Know exactly how to go through the line signals. Do signal modifications or cross locations. So the indication is going through line signal, all in line setting position, all of its operations set in zip zap zoom. Okay. How to go through the traffic, the inventories, your binaries, and your algorithms in set position. Okay. So, bring it in closer. Oh, now you can really see it. Move it around. See? Look at the space between. Oh, what is that? Well, it looks like a traffic light. All right, go through, go away, and out. The equation. All right, so it's just basically having fun with everything that you see. Because you look at everything of intelligence, and everything of intelligence sees you, and what you're trying to do. But it has its own system of its own operations. And once you start identifying that, you come together as one. Set calculations. Okay, guys? All right, so that's good. Communication through settings. I'll see you guys in Q&A. Adios.